Hi Whimsy friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Maya and I like to create witchy, whimsy lifestyle content. So if that's something that interests you, please subscribe. Also, if you're not already following my Instagram, I would love for you to subscribe. I've been doing a lot of short form content over there, having fun with that recently. So if you're into reels and stories and like collage, scrapbook types of posts, I think you'll really enjoy it. So happy Beltane. I wanted to give you a little bit of a how-to and how I'm celebrating Beltane. Beltane is a pagan holiday and it's one of the 8 Sabbats in the pagan wheel. It celebrates the halfway point between Ostera and Letha or midsummer, so it's like the peak of spring and beginning looking forward to summer. It's all about celebrating fertility and love and energy and fire and essentially just dancing, like having fun with people that you love. So Beltane is a Celtic word meaning fires of Bel, and Bel likely comes from the Celtic sun god Belenus. And in Celtic tradition, they believe that this festival would increase their fertility. Pagans would light bonfires, use maypoles, and practice fertility rituals. So some symbols that go along with this holiday are maypoles, crowns, bonfires, flower baskets, and floral garlands. It's also widely connected to the Fae. It's thought that the veil between worlds is a lot thinner, so offering things like fruits and sugary treats and flowers and any sort of other things the Fae might enjoy is a good way to connect with the Fae. You can also use things like a Fae tarot deck, which is something that I have, and I think it's perfect for this time of year. Some crystals that are also connected with this time are rose quartz, sapphire, and emeralds, and a couple others as well. I think this holiday is supposed to just be really fun. It's supposed to be time that you spend with your loved ones. I wish that I had more friends where I live because there's a lot of fun things that I could do with them, but instead I have to kind of do it by myself and with my husband because I just don't know that many people around here. And that's totally fine too if you are literally celebrating by yourself or with your pets. That's okay. I love doing these kind of informational videos because I've always said that I'm a beginner witch, and kind of learning about it while I go has been really fun, and I've been learning so much as I make these videos and as I learn to bake and do different spell work and plant different things in my garden. Literally it's just forcing me to be knowledgeable so that I can teach you guys. I'm definitely one of those people who learns better through teaching other people, so I remember it more if I'm telling you or if I'm telling a friend or showing somebody what I do. So this has just been a very cool eye-opening experience for me. This is probably my 3rd or 4th video doing these, celebrating these holidays this year, and I just want to keep going. I think it's really fun. My goal with these videos is to kind of make witchcraft seem less like weird or kind of just nuanced or nebulous. I want it to feel like something that if you are somebody who feels connected to it but you don't know where to start, I want it to feel tangible. I want it to feel like something that you can achieve, you can learn about. It's okay to like watch somebody learn about doing it themselves. Like I want to take the scary part away from trying to get into it. I think it can be a weird thing to kind of admit that you like, just because there's this huge connotation that goes with the word witch, and you know, we could go into a whole video about that. But I think really sometimes witch is a metaphor for just the power women have, like truly the power we have inside of ourselves. So I would really like to kind of take away the stigma of the word witch and take away any sort of like negative feelings people have towards it or weird feelings. I mean, even if people do think I'm weird or think you're weird, it doesn't matter if you enjoy doing it and you're not hurting yourself. And a lot of times witchcraft is taking care of Mother Nature and taking care of things that can't care for themselves. Then I think it's good, it's worth it. And I want to spread the word about how it's a really good thing. It's a positive thing. It's not a negative evil thing that has some sort of like demonic background. Like maybe that is, for some people are into that, but the type of witchcraft that I am interested in and that the people I follow and I look up to, they're all into very like connecting to nature, connecting to themselves, connecting to women, that kind of thing. And I think that's so beautiful, and it's such a healing thing for me to discover, and I hope that I can help somebody else out there who's been a little bit nervous to get into it, discover it for themselves and learn it's not so scary, and watch somebody else who's kind of figuring it out on their own too, and we can all figure it out together. And I do really love there are women who have been practicing for a long time who leave comments of, you know, tips that they have or suggestions or knowledge, and I absolutely love that. I read every single one of the comments and I take note of it and I take it to heart, and I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate having a community of women that are young and like younger than me and have just learned about witchcraft like this type of witchcraft, and then women like me who are just kind of starting out in it, and then women who are older who are very experienced. You know, it's kind of the saying of like the maiden, the mother, and the crone, and I would say I'm kind of in my mother phase. And it's a very fun phase to be in, but it also, there's so much learning to be done, and I'm always open to learning more, and I'm not always going to get it right, and these videos are not always going to be perfect, and that's okay. I'm learning, and I just want to continue to put that out there. I am learning, and I'm always open-minded, and my biggest thing is wanting to connect with other women, connect to nature, connect to animals, and just kind of connect to myself. So my favorite way to celebrate any kind of witchy holiday is to just be in nature and spend time in my garden. My garden has become a labor of love and a direct reflection of my soul, I feel like. This is why I see myself as like a green witch. And so I'm out there taking care of it every day like it's my baby. And during this video, I'm spraying neem oil all over my plants to make sure that I protect them from any pests that want to chew away the leaves or cause disease or anything like that. Also, this is my puppy Pascal. We just adopted him, and he has a lot of energy, so he keeps running around the video, so you're gonna see him periodically just sprinting around the background. Don't mind him. A good time to introduce Pascal. Say hi. Beltane is about connection and living fully, and the earth being in full bloom. It's the height of spring, right before summer, and so it is the perfect time to spend outside doing anything, whether that's in your yard or going for a hike or going for a walk with friends. It's all about connecting to nature and to yourself and to people that you love. Out. Come on. No. Beltane to me feels like the most colorful of all the holidays, so I just decided to add a whole ton of color to my garden. A lot of my flowers have not bloomed yet, so I got these fun little quilted flags to kind of hang around to add little pops of color, and later on you'll see I make a maypole that adds even more color. Today is the first day in like over a month that I've actually felt like myself, like energy again. Not only did I just have surgery on the 3rd of this month, but I got bit by a tick a couple of weeks ago, and immediately, so first of all, let me back up. I am from a place in Colorado where there are no ticks. Like, I never grew up around ticks, never really knew anything about them other than they were gross. I had no idea about like how to remove them properly or anything like that, and I've never had one before. So fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I woke up with a tick on my neck, and I think my dog Lilo may have brought it in, obviously by accident, just sort of like rode her into our house. And so yeah, got bit by my very first tick, and it grossed me out, and I took it off, ripped it off, and then just kind of went about my day. And a couple days later I started feeling awful, like horrible, like I felt like I had a hangover or something, and like just so tired, like flu-like symptoms. And when I went to go into my follow-up appointment for my surgery, I was telling her how I was feeling really sick, and like I described my symptoms, and she's like, you know, have you had any contact with ticks lately? And I was like, yeah, I just got bit by a tick actually. And she's like, I think that you have Lyme disease. So I have Lyme disease, but we caught it really early, luckily, so I'm on antibiotics right now for it. But it's really freaky. Apparently they're super bad in Virginia this year. So if you live in the South or in Virginia, be careful, because that was not fun. And apparently long-term Lyme disease is really difficult to treat. So I'm really glad that I caught it within like the week, but man, I was not feeling good. My husband is jamming to Stevie Nicks outside, and honestly, that's why I married him. We have so many similar interests, and unprompted, he's working on the garden and jamming to Stevie Nicks and Led Zeppelin, and yeah, really love that. I can kind of hear it through the window. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is steep the lavender in cream, but honestly, I think I will do that. But another option I could do is I actually have lavender simple syrup that I didn't make. Pascal, why are you crying? That I didn't make. It's store-bought, so it's not quite as like fresh, but I have to steep this overnight, and I didn't pay attention to that. But I think lavender simple syrup would work just as well. So not only is it Beltane, but it's also the flower moon. It's the full moon of May. So what a perfect time to make anything flower or botanical related in a bake or in your food. So I'm going to be making a little honey lavender cake, because two of my favorite flavors, and both of those things are in full bloom right now. I guess honey's full bloom year round, but it is a food associated with this holiday, and then lavender is in full bloom, and I just love lavender flavored anything. Yeah, aren't these cute? My little tangled earrings. They're like very whimsical and springy today. I'm also making some simple syrup for the first time. I've never done this from scratch. I thought this would be really cool to experiment with this, and I'm using 2 flowers that are, again, full bloom. So we have lavender simple syrup, and I'm also making a rose simple syrup. And I'm using this book called Taste Buds, and it has everything you ever need to know about cooking and baking with flowers, and I highly recommend it. Also, it's just a really pretty book. These holidays really inspire creativity for me, and I have a couple projects, like DIY projects, that I want to show you. And the first one is, which is something I've actually done before, and it's really easy, and it's basically just decorating a vase or any sort of like glass container with pressed flowers. And I found this from the dollar store, and then I found this on Amazon, and there's so many different colors. I mean, you could literally press your own flowers, which I have done before, but I just didn't have any left from last summer. So I just got this. I think it was like $10. They had all these different colors. This one reminded me the most of Beltane, just with the purples and pinks and yellows and oranges, and all of that just felt very Beltane. So I'm gonna decorate this with these. What I'm gonna use is Mod Podge. I always say this wrong, Mod Podge. I always say Mod Podge. Mod Podge, and it's basically just like a water-based glue that you can kind of stick it on. You can use it to stick the flowers on, but then also paste it over top of it so that it becomes kind of like plasticky cover, so it really sticks on there. It doesn't get peeled off. Also, check out my earrings. I'm going really on theme this video, but it's pressed flower earrings that my best friend Anna bought me last summer for my wedding. Okay, so the next thing we're making is a maypole, and this is like, I was originally going to do a mini one, but after talking with my husband, he convinced me to do a big one. So we went to Home Depot. We got a, what is it, a shower rod?
Curtain rod.
A curtain rod, and it was 8 feet. He cut it down to 5 feet, and then we got some tubing, which I'm going to create like a circle out of it. And then I have a whole bunch of ribbon, but this ribbon's really skinny, so it might look weird, but this is all I have, so this is what we're gonna use. And yeah, also this turned out so pretty. And I was thinking it could be like a vase, but it also could be like a little candle holder. So, and at the same time as doing all this, I'm gonna make, well, when it starts to get a little darker, I'm gonna make a little fire, because that is definitely something, celebrating fire and warmth and heat. They do bonfires for Beltane, and there's like a tradition where you're supposed to jump over the bonfire and it brings you good luck. But I don't have space for a bonfire right now, so we're just gonna do it in our outside fireplace. And I might do a little tarot as well. I have this deck of cards that's for connecting with the Fae, and Beltane is very Fae oriented, so I think I'm gonna do that after I make this little maypole.
Come, I'll get you all snugged up. Come here. There you go.
And I set the mood, some ambiance.
Time and again, my darling, you're everything.
Damn it.
Let the words go. Hear me now, you know the truth. Hear the beating of my heart. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you. Like the sun that's steady rise, like a secret I can't keep. I have loved you forever, endlessly. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. It's always you. It's always you. Always been you. When forever comes tomorrow, what is been will always be.
It's a little windy outside right now, which normally I don't like. Not a windy person, but perfect for this maypole project. I started it last night, as you just saw, but it got a little dark and I wanted to finish it today in the daylight. And it's perfect because it's windy, so you'll get to see kind of how it looks. And it looks better than I thought it would. I thought the ribbon would be a little too skinny, but it worked out. So I'm gonna go put together the rest of that and then find a place in my garden to put it. Maypoles are a staple for this holiday. If you see anything about Beltane, you'll almost always see some sort of maypole associated with it. So the actual pole represents the masculine, and then the little ribbons or colorful florals around it represent the feminine, and it is a symbolism for fertility and creating life and that sort of thing. So I'm making my own version of it. It's not perfect, but no maypole has to be. So Beltane is actually on the opposite side of the wheel as Samhain, which is, Halloween. And both days the veil is known to be thin, meaning that things like Fae are a little closer to us than normal. And to me this is actually a little special because when I was younger, I was so obsessed with fairies. I used to wish that I could be taken away by fairies, the good kind, and just kind of run away when I felt really lonely. I would draw fairies and I would feel connection to them. And so having a holiday that kind of celebrates that and encourages it is very cool. I have this Fae oracle deck that I think is perfect for it, but you don't have to use something like this. You can also just do regular tarot. Ask questions that you might need encouragement or guidance from the Fae.
In your arms, it all makes sense. I see the future in your eyes. If I fell over the edge, I think you'd catch me every time. And I love the way you smile when things don't go your way. And